I want to tell you about the new video that we're about to shoot. Even I'm excited, and I'm the presenter. I've got a cowboy hat on for a reason, and I'll explain that in a moment too. But I've got some lovely canes for you to look at, all from the 1800s. They're all old, and they've all got a lot of fun about them. So I'm really looking forward to getting them out and showing you each one and talking through it. But there's quite a few of them, so I really want to be quite quick as I do it. So let's start. Oh, here they are coming up now. Let's start then with the Wild West one, and that's why I'm wearing this lovely hat. This is straight out of the Wild West. It's a gambler's gun. Where you couldn't wear sidearms because the cowboy town had put a ban on them, what the gamblers did was they actually carried a cannon. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? You literally load that up with your wadding and your gunpowder, black powder, put a ball in it, and then it's your weapon. It's your walking stick as well. So it's a loophole. It's a technicality, and also there's a little hole here, so you'd use your cigar to light it. So you'd always have a cigar, and if something was looking a bit off, if something was a little bit off that's happening, you'd be ready just like I am now. And your cigars may well be in something like this Japanese import. Very, very classy. That is really the testimony of quality and class. And you might see that in one of the saloon bars. It's a cigar. Now, while I'm on the Wild West, I cannot help but mention this gambler's gun. So a gambler would keep that up their sleeve or in their pocket, wherever, and if it got a little bit hot, you've got a gun. There's a barrel, this is a Colt. So that's my gambler's gun, again, straight out of the Wild West. But now I'm going to come back to England. This, I guess it could have been in America actually, thinking about it, is a horse measuring cane. You would literally go up to your horse and measure it and see how many hands it is or how high it is in inches with this measuring cane. So that's to measure horses. And that would be a horse dealer's cane. So there we go, we've got that. This one here it's snuff. In London, it was so smoky sometimes that gentlemen and ladies would always have snuff. And if you couldn't breathe very easily because of all the horrible smoke and the stenches and the smells, you would simply take a little bit of snuff, put it in your nostrils like that, and it'd liven you up. That was a big thing in the 1800s. This one here, I will tell you also, again, 1800s, they all are, so I won't keep repeating that. This is a fantastic lighter. Can't resist but have one of these actually. Oh, that's good. That is really good. And then you can just pop this down here. I've actually got a little bit of fluid from the lighter on my hand, and the whole thing burst into flames. But not too much drama, and I'm not too badly burnt. Right, I'm going to get rid of this. This one I have shown you before, but I've learned a little more about it. It's probably from the early 1800s or the 1700s. It's a walking stick, a basic one, hedgerow made really, and it's got all these skulls in every direction. So it's looking after you somehow, your body and spirit. These skulls are protecting you. They're real bone. These are not plastic, they're actually bone. They're probably even from a skull. So if I'm walking along, in every direction, I'm protected with these little skull heads looking out. And I've since found the reason why that might have been. Because they believed in those days that the Grim Reaper couldn't come and take you away if skulls were staring back at it. That's what they believed. So this is perhaps the explanation. So I'll put that down there. This next one is very interesting. It unscrews here. Very neat. And this is an opium pipe. You would literally do this, put it in your opium that's smoking, and in a den, in a drugs den, and literally use this as a way to draw up the opium from the floor. So it's an opium pipe. Again, 1800s. So that's that pipe there. What's in here, I wonder? I can't remember. There we are, spring-loaded whiskey. It's a little toddy, it's for whiskey. And that's all this one does. But if you need a whiskey, that's enough. This one here, quite ornate. Let's see what's in there. Screwing it, there we go. And this is just a knife. I think it's innocent enough. You could probably hurt someone with it, but I think it's really more for peeling an apple, I'm not sure. And it says Sheffield, England on it. So that can go away. This one here is a bit more sinister. It's almost like a sword fencing type sword. Yeah, quite nippy, quite nimble. So I'll pop that back as well. I'll jump to this one. This is from the Second World War. It's marked 1940, and it was used by the blackout officer that would patrol all the streets, or warden, shall I call him. So it's a blackout warden. It does still light up, it still works. And the idea was that he went around telling everyone to black out their curtains, and they'd always be very grumpy people, that's part of the job, but he could light his own path. Especially if there's bricks all over the road from the last explosion, he could literally navigate around all these bricks and stuff. Excuse me, getting blinds closed, now please, now please. And they'll go on like that. They were always very grumpy people, but I guess they had to be. I imagine he was an ex-police or something. And the final one I want to show you today is this one, and it's a flute, and it actually does play. So if you just give me a second just to get my fingers in the right position, it's quite a precise instrument. There we go. Quite difficult to play the flute, but I think I'm making some progress. I think I'm making some progress now.